It's MasterChef.
I think I've got the motivation and the determination to win.
2 expert judges to test them at the highest level.
We're looking for a great amateur cook who can make it as a professional. Someone who can turn out exceptional food.
Winning MasterChef will be a life-changing experience.
This is one tough competition.
MasterChef means everything. Losing is not an option.
Whoever wins, it'll change their life. Cooking doesn't get tougher than this.
In this episode, these 6 contestants will all compete for the last remaining quarter-final place. Then the winner will be up against this week's 3 other exceptional heat winners in the quarter-final.
Yes!
But first, they face 3 tough tests. They have to invent a dish from scratch.
It's not fine. It's rather disturbing.
They have to survive the pressure of a professional kitchen.
Finding 2 plates! Today!
And they have to impress the judges with their own recipes.
It's just gorgeous.
All in just 2 days.
It is simple. 1 plate of food. Show you can cook. Do it.
It's the quick elimination test. Deciding which 3 stay are judges John Turode,
Prove to us you have the skill, you have the knowledge, you have the potential, you have the want.
and Greg Wallace.
You have to show some style. You have to show some finesse.
The contestants have 40 minutes to invent a dish from any of today's ingredients, which are steak, couscous, potatoes, cabbage, peppers, tomatoes, short crust pastry, soy sauce, cream, raspberries, apples and pasta. Police Sergeant Neil wants to swap the beat for cooking in a pro kitchen.
I can retire tomorrow if I want to. And the only thing that I can think of that I really, really want to do is to be a chef.
I'm worried about you and the stress levels at the moment.
It's more than just stress. It's the need, it's the want.
What sort of cook are you, if we had to pigeonhole you?
You can't pigeonhole me. I can do most cuisines.
Hadley, your husband does own a restaurant.
He does.
So why aren't you working?
I don't know if he trusts me there at the moment. He doesn't quite believe that I've got it to cook.
Hadley, are you good enough?
Yes.
After years of nursing, Hadley now wants to prove to her husband she's got what it takes to work in his professional kitchen.
This doesn't get much more selfish than it gets. I love cooking and I just want to go as far as I can with it.
IT consultant Alex relishes a challenge and now wants to change her career for one in the high-pressure restaurant world.
I want to do something that isn't just a brain challenge, is an all-round challenge.
Do you have a cookery dream, Alex?
Yeah, my dream would be eventually, you know, if I were to win this, to continue training under some of the great chefs in London and then open my own place that also has a deli.
Guys, you've had 20 minutes already. You are halfway there.
Finnish-born Johanna takes huge inspiration from her native Scandinavian cuisine.
Growing up in Finland, I have quite sort of, in a way, muted flavours, sort of meat and 2 veg, that type of stuff.
You have a food dream, don't you?
I live in Northampton, and in Northampton there's not very many patisseries, so I'd love to perhaps open up a patisserie.
I'm not much of a one for following recipes to the letter. In fact, on the whole, tend to not ignore recipe books, but only use them for guidance.
Experimental cook Anthony has already taken his first steps into the culinary world, but he dreams of one day opening a gastropub.
Why put yourself through this pressure? Because you're obviously feeling it, Anthony.
I now work just about in the food industry, supplying fruit and veg. Just seeing them working in the kitchens has just given me that extra push to go, I want to be there.
A Ambitious Ollie wants to finish his studying and then open a chain of restaurants.
My ability to take different foods and put them together, make a good-looking meal, and also something that's very tasty, I think that will help me get through.
What are you cooking for us?
I marinated some beef in some honey, soy, sesame oil, garlic and chilli. And I'm going to cook off the cabbages, some cream and some garlic.
How do we feel about the idea of chilli and sesame oil with cream?
I think it will work well.
OK. 2 minutes left. That's it. Finished.
Police Sergeant Neil is hoping that his steak with vegetable couscous is good enough to get him to the next round.
It doesn't make me sing and dance, but it's OK.
I can't send you off with your tail between your legs because there's no huge mistakes on here. It's just not inspiring. Disappointed?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nurse Hadley's aspirations of cooking in her husband's Italian restaurant now depend on her sweet and sour pasta.
I saw you putting soy sauce in there. Does soy sauce and pasta go together, do you think?
Well, we'll see.
Pasta's cooked well, the taste of the chilli, so it's more sweet than it is sour.
Problem I have is, how do I know that you're a great cook because you can make a bowl of pasta? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Will sales manager Johanna's pan-fried steak with mashed potato and cabbage take her one step closer to her dream patisserie?
Your mashed potato, it doesn't have enough seasoning in it. Johanna, can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, that's...
Butterfly cabbage.
Cabbage wasn't hot enough anymore for the butter to melt on.
I don't know, Johanna. I kind of quite like what you're doing. I think this is one for the judges to battle out on the sofa.
Determined Alex hopes she's risen to the challenge with her apple and raspberry tart with creme patisserie.
The whole thing is quite delightful. Well done.
You went through lots of processes. I think for the first round, Alex is pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Experimental Anthony's foodie dreams are resting on his chili-marinated steak with a roasted vegetable couscous.
The steak's cooked well. There's lots of flavour in here.
It's quite tasty. I think it's bursting with flavour. There's nice crunch from little bits of nicely diced up vegetables.
Ambitious Ollie is determined to win with his sticky sesame steak with pan-fried cabbage in garlic and cream.
John said to you, are you sure you want soy, chilli, honey and cream? You went, yes, it's absolutely fine. It's not fine. It's rather disturbing.
It just doesn't work, and it tastes like a sesame oil and cabbage milkshake.
Right, OK.
You know what happens now. You go and wait, and we choose 3 of you to go through it in the next round. Thank you very much. Off you go.
We're looking for somebody who has the skill, the passion, the determination that could hurtle them to become our champion.
There's one person here I think did exceptionally well, and that's Alex with her tart with raspberries on the top of the raspberry coulis. Was a delight.
I was really nervous going up there, and yeah, I was just a bit gobsmacked actually.
Can we put her through?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to put Alex through. I think she didn't just show you that she could cook, but she went through lots of processes.
I don't think Ollie's very good. The creamed cabbage with lots of garlic and sesame oil.
John's comment about my dish being a cabbage milkshake I thought was a little bit harsh.
The combination that Ollie put on the plate doesn't go, and therefore he does go.
I don't think Neil can cook very well either.
Maybe by the fact of trying to keep things uncomplicated rather than really going in the direction he believed in, Neil didn't really accomplish a decent plate of food.
It was just uninspiring. Neil and Ollie out, Alex in. What do you think of Anthony?
What was interesting about Anthony, he cooked that steak, then he put it in foil and let it rest, and it still came out pink.
His couscous, all the veg had been properly chopped into small little bite-sized chunks. I think there's hope for the big fella.
Yeah, I think Anthony goes through.
Right. Now, we've got to pick one from Johanna or Hadley.
Can we just talk about Hadley very, very quickly?
It wasn't a great bowl of pasta.
I can do more, and I so want to go and do more and show them I can do more.
The girl knew what she was doing right from the start. Perfectly cooked pasta, nice sauce, probably not quite enough, but well seasoned. It was pretty good.
But what's soy sauce doing in her pasta sauce? The fact that she's working in a restaurant and not serving up great food is worrying.
But she said she's not allowed in the kitchen. Her husband won't let her in the kitchen.
Johanna...
You like Johanna, don't you? The mashed potato wasn't seasoned, a bit of cabbage which had butter, whole bits of butter running on the plate, and a piece of beef with no sauce.
But I think her mash and cabbage were seasoned. I think she had the right idea. And her mashed potato was beautifully smooth. Which of these girls is the better cook?
Alex, you're cooking tomorrow. Well done. Ollie? Neil? Sorry, gentlemen, you're leaving us. Thank you. Anthony? I hope you like the heat of the kitchen. You're cooking tomorrow. Well done. So, Johanna or Hadley? Sorry, Hadley. Congratulations, Johanna. Well done, guys.
I'm feeling very happy, yes. Very determined now.
To actually step into the heat of the kitchen and get the chance to do it myself, that's going to be a real challenge.
It's been a roller coaster of emotions, and it just feels fantastic at the end of the day.
For the moment, they can relax, but tomorrow the pressure is on as they face 2 more daunting tests. It's early morning on day 2, and the contestants arrive at the Living Room West 1, a busy brasserie in the heart of central London. Today they'll be working for executive chef John Brannigan. The restaurant is fully booked, and they're expecting over 75 covers for lunch.
Let's concentrate on what we're doing, put plenty of effort in, and we'll have a good day.
It's noon and service begins.
On the way, 1 place, 1 cold fare, a broccoli, French beans and a dauphinoise.
Alex is making pan-fried chicken with Savoy cabbage, shallots and red wine jus. With her first orders called, she quickly focuses and has no problem getting her dish cooked and plated in time.
Lovely, that's good. Thank you. Chef. 2 cold fed chicken, 1 place.
Johanna is next to get an order. She's making pan-fried plaice served with samphire, garnished with oyster and caper butter. But as her orders mount up, she struggles with the pace needed for a professional kitchen.
Should have 4 plates on all day. Yes? Yes. I need 2 plates. Today.
Meanwhile, Anthony is making grilled lamb with wild mushroom risotto, roasted fennel and red wine jus.
Right, Anthony.
Yes, chef.
I want 3 lamb well done.
Yes, chef.
1 lamb medium rare.
Yes, chef.
And 1 medium well.
Okay.
And I need it now, yeah?
As the orders start to flood in, experimental Anthony struggles under the discipline of a professional kitchen.
Come on, Anthony, let's get a shift on, mate.
Yes, chef.
Where's the fennel?
Fennel's coming, chef.
So's Christmas. Take this away. Right, come on, shift your ass. Right, come on, we're in the crap here.
As soon as the pace of the kitchen gets up to full whack and everybody's in service, it's very, very hard work. Very hard work.
Get back on the section. I need lamb till it's coming out your ears. Johanna, Can you just do that again for me, please?
On the other side of the kitchen, Johanna's also struggling. She's too slow and not focused on the job.
Please, come on!
1 minute, chef.
Executive Chef John isn't happy.
Because there's multiple items on a check, I'm waiting for one item all the time. It's putting us in the somewhat.
Meanwhile, Alex has risen to the challenge. She's consistently turning out great plates of food.
But I feel I've got it under control, and chefs send my stuff out most of the time okay, so I'm pleased with that.
But as the hectic service draws to a close, Anthony is having to rely on the professionals to finish his plates.
Right, lovely. Let go. Let me do it.
On the grill there.
And the pressure's still too much for Johanna.
It's been hard. My stress levels have been at their maximum.
It's been an intense 2 hours, and now it's time for John and Greg to meet Executive Chef John.
Thanks for looking after our guys. In reality, were they better or worse than you think they were going to be?
2 of them didn't perform as well as I expected. 1 of them really did.
OK. What did you get Johanna to do?
Johanna had a pan-fried place. I think she spent a little bit too much time thinking about it rather than it being a natural natural thing for her to do.
And Anthony?
He was all over the place. Lamb was coming up wrong, wrongly cooked. Risotto or fennel wasn't arriving at the right time.
So that leaves us with Alex.
Very good.
No problem at all?
No problem at all. The food was cooked correctly. She was the one person that plated everything herself.
If you had to employ one of our guys, which one and why?
I'd employ Alex, definitely. She managed to string it all together in the right order at the right time.
Now they're straight back to MasterChef HQ to cook their best 2-course meal. Yesterday, Finnish-born Johanna scraped through with her meat and 2 veg, and she struggled in the kitchen. She now needs to show she has both flair and passion if she's to win. IT consultant Alex really impressed with her tart, and she rose to the professional challenge. But can she keep this pace up and win the quarter-final place? Anthony impressed in the first round, but he didn't cope well under pressure. Now he has to prove he's got what it takes to achieve his gastropub dream.
There is no room for mediocre. It's got to be great.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's cook.
They have to cook a 2-course meal of their own design. Only one will win a place in the quarter-final.
Can you tell us what you're cooking for us?
It's very similar to what I made yesterday. My main course is going to be a fillet of beef in a Madeira and mushroom jus.
And dessert?
It's going to be a peach Melba crumble.
You do have a very relaxed attitude, and you think this may be your upbringing?
Finnish people are very reserved and they don't wear their heart on their sleeve. So.
Do you think that you've got the oomph, the speed, the sort of necessity to be anxious, get stuck into it, feeling that needed on MasterChef?
I'm hoping that my food is going to be the thing that gets me through.
Is a fillet of beef and mashed potato mushroom sauce and a dessert of peach crumble with raspberries enough?
I can't see a problem with that at all.
You are already halfway there. What are you going to cook for us?
I'm doing a roasted cod with sun-dried tomato pesto, and then some fresh asparagus with some homemade mayonnaise, and then an apple, pear and pistachio tart with clotted cream ice cream.
Right. Wow.
You're pushing yourself quite hard. Are you this driven in other aspects of your life?
I do have quite a high-pressure job at times, but it's the buzz you get when you are, you know, working at full tilt and things is great.
A lot of ingredients, almost too much for my mind.
We know how good her tarts can be. She's doing another one today, an apple and pear tart. I can't wait to get my lips around it. Right, what are you going to do, Anthony? It's going to propel you into a quarter-final position.
I'm going to start with a wild mushroom carbonara. Your main course is a pan-fried duck breast with Toulouse sausage, almost a cassoulet, but with, I'd like to think, slightly more flavour. I tend to find normal French cassoulets a little bit bland.
Because you've just said that most cassoulets that you've eaten are bland, which means your food has to be absolutely perfectly seasoned.
Well, indeed.
On one level, I think this isn't quite pretty enough. On another level, I think, oh, I really want to eat it. It's not stuff we see ordinarily. It's not sort of trying to be pretty. It's just trying to be really good food. I'm really excited about what Anthony's doing.
You have only 2 minutes left.
That's it, guys. Time's up. Down tools, please.
Johanna is playing safe, serving steak in a Madeira and mushroom sauce with mashed potato and spinach, followed by peach Melba crumble with custard.
A really, really delicious, rich, beefy Madeira sauce. And then the spinach, which sort of gets lost.
Beautifully cooked beef, very, very well seasoned. A little bit too sweet, that sauce.
From main course to dessert. It's sharp but sweet. I enjoy that.
It is good. There is no way most people wouldn't quite happily polish the whole of that off. Well done.
Thank you.
See, I'm trying to fall in love with your food right now, and I'm finding it really hard. It seems like it's very thoughtful rather than being very felt.
Not everything I cook is rehearsed and planned, and I think I make good food on the spur of the moment as well.
Alex's cooking aspirations now lie with her pancetta-wrapped cod with sun-dried tomato pesto, crushed potatoes, asparagus and mayonnaise, followed by pear, apple and pistachio tart with clotted cream ice cream.
You're not that happy, Alex, are you?
I'm just wondering whether everything will definitely all go together.
Well, there is far too much going on this plate.
Yeah.
You OK?
Yeah. I'm just a bit disappointed in myself. But who knows, it might taste fantastic.
It's all very well cooked. You've worked hard, and you knew, I feel, that you'd probably put too much on here.
The cod's actually very good. It's all the other bits. They're like that.
We're bringing in your pudding, and I make no apologies right now for getting the biggest spoonful I possibly can. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
It is beautifully flavoured. It's just gorgeous. And I don't really say that about desserts very often. Do you think, considering how emotional you are, Alex, that you were able to go any further in this competition?
I would like the opportunity to show that I can pull the, the savoury dishes together as well as I can do the desserts.
Anthony's gastropub dream now rests on his wild mushroom carbonara with crispy pancetta, followed by duck breast and Toulouse sausage with butterbean stew.
You have your own style. That's very interesting.
I think it's bordering on silly. To have a bowl of pasta up in a big tower with a helicopter cross across it, I think is very wrong.
There are some really delicious flavours in there. That bacon, which has gone crispy.
You have one saving grace. It tastes fantastic.
Thank you.
Let's move on from our starter to our main course. Perfect example of bloody good food.
Thank you.
Although you are obsessed with patterns. Duck, back to sausage, back to duck, back to sausage, back to duck. It doesn't show a chef thinking about presentation. It shows one who's not confident enough in his food.
Right.
The flavours in there are good. Duck breast is a step too far. And that beautiful sausage is so peppery and so spicy, the duck gets lost in it.
I hope that what I've produced today is good enough for you to see what I'm capable of, because I really do want this.
We now have to find one quarter-finalist from you three cooks. Off you go. Thank you.
How nerve-wracking was that?
We have got one quarter-final place. 3 very interesting cooks, 3 very distinctive styles. I'd like to talk about Johanna because I so want to love her food. I don't feel that there is enough freedom in what Johanna's doing. It's very methodical. It's a nice piece of steak cooked with a nice sauce, with a nice piece of mash, with some nice spinach. But that's it. It doesn't sing to me.
Johanna appears to be doing cooking by numbers.
Thank you.
She came up with something very, very competent, but special no.
I think right now we've got to dismiss Johanna because I don't think her food's very exciting. It seems to be the same as she did yesterday, and I feel as though she doesn't have a very big repertoire. That leaves us with Alex or Anthony. Anthony actually did make a delicious dish. The flavour was there in the sauce. The truffle oil worked. The texture of the bacon and the saltiness of the bacon was fantastic. The cassoulet, beanie, duck, sausage thing, I loved.
But there is no place for a man who makes a tower out of pasta and puts a bacon cross on the top and lays his meats out, sausage, duck, sausage, duck, sausage, duck.
Your only criticism of Anthony's main course was the way he arranged his duck and his sausage. Come on!
Her plate of food had far too many ingredients on it. But when you tasted the cod wrapped in the ham, it was perfectly cooked.
Help me, Greg, to understand why you think she should go through.
Well, she's had the strongest 2 rounds going up to here for a start, and no one's come anywhere near her. Watch the girl work. Nothing goes on that plate that she hasn't tasted at least twice. With her pudding, she stayed true to herself, and she made us... And that wasn't a simple tart either. It was perfect. Layers of honey, sweetness, and pistachio. Lovely. If she can do that, she can fix that main course.
But, Greg, right now, Anthony is cooking food that people want to eat and delivering it. Yes, it might have been a tower of pasta, but his 2 courses were delicious. No denying.
You guys have pushed each other right to the wire. Well done.
Our quarter-finalist is Alex. Congratulations.
I'm proud of what I've achieved in the last 2 days. It's been a whole new experience for me. It's not made me give up my dreams.
I'm annoyed because I think I should have, I think my food was better than hers, and I think I should have got through.
It feels like I'm already one step closer to achieving that dream.
Alex's place is secure for now, but in the morning she'll be back for the next daunting stage.